Reading All here, and today I'd like to suggest you read A Returner's Magic Should Be Special. It's a regression manga about a hardened and experienced magician named Desir Herrman who faced an existence known as the Shadow Labyrinth, alongside 6 other heroes making a last stand to save humanity. But due to an unforeseen circumstance, they failed, but Desir did not die. Desir found himself 13 years in the past during the entrance exams of the academy he attended, where with this second chance he does everything he can to ensure the shadow world is eradicated and history does not repeat for the sake of humanity's future. So, let's get to it. A Returner's Magic Should Be Special's web novel was written by the author Uso Nan, where it was serialized on Kakao's digital comic platform Kakao page on September 2nd, 2016 to August 3rd, 2019, with a total of 8 volumes. The manhwa adaptation was serialized May 19, 2018, and was illustrated by Wook Jak Ga and has a total of 269 chapters on Webtoon and others. There's also an anime adaptation produced by Arvo Productions, directed by Taishi Kawaguchi, with characters designed by Hiromi Kato and the music composed by Kenta Higa. The show aired from October 8th to December 24th, 2023, with 12 episodes and a second season already announced. The manhwa is an action magic fantasy with a lot of character building, world building, and great illustrations. The story focuses on the main character preparing seriously for the future and ensuring humanity is ready to face the shadow world, and we see multiple characters develop their strength and overcome weaknesses alongside what our protagonist learns during the second chance. So, let's dive into it a bit. Desir Herrman is the central protagonist of the story who returns after the failed attempt to save the world from destruction and uses the chance to strengthen all of his allies and avoid a historical repeat. Desir is a serious character who can come across as unmoving and strict to others of the Hebrion Academy, but it's all justified after we witness what he dealt with as one of the last 6 heroes in his past life. Desir witnessed the death of many companions by the hands of the Shadow Labyrinth, which gave him PTSD and drove his highly determined attitude to prepare, even putting his life in danger to obtain more power. Desir was only able to utilize the lowest level, first circle magic to third circle magic, but he had a talent higher than many others, leading him to fight stronger enemies without difficulty like others of his level. Desir's strongest ability is his talent in analytical magic, which allows him to copy, hack, or even cancel the magic of others with relative ease. He was able to take this talent and was able to become a heroic magician while also learning other skills from the other heroes. He is very hardworking and has not let his innate ability hold him back, and we witness him surpass limits through his own actions. There are 3 other main characters that are prevalent throughout the entirety of the story. Ajest is the firstborn of the current emperor of the Hebrion Empire, the head power of the world, and she is the heir to the throne. She is enrolled into the academy as a noble of the King's Crown family to remain anonymous. She starts as a cold individual who is proficient in the sword and ice magic, and during Desir's past life, she was one of the 6 heroes. Next, we have Romantica, who is a wind magician from a rich, noble family who got her into the academy, where she becomes known for chantless magic, which Desir helped her achieve. Romantica is a character that complains a lot at first and seems stuck up, but she becomes much more determined when training. Last, we have Pram, who is a well-mannered young boy and cares a lot about his allies and seeks to have a family of his own due to the early death of his father. Pram utilizes a rapier, which was left behind by his father, which he uses with a high level of skill after being convinced by Desir. We also have a few key side characters, which are Zod of the Magic Tower, Donovan, the strongest warrior, Priscilla, the saint of the Church of Artemis, Swan, head of the Empire's special unit, and Giltian, the emperor. For villains, we have 2 key villains for the story. the shadow labyrinth, which is able to produce shadow worlds, which create parallel worlds that have unique and difficult conditions to clear. The reason they are so dangerous, though, is their ability to have effects on the real world, such as dangerous entities and encroachment, which causes a dark fog to flow across the land and make it uninhabitable and wipes out any life. The origin is unknown by humanity, but by clearing the shadow worlds, our main cast gets closer to the true cause of these calamities. Next, we have the Outers, who are a group of different individuals who oppose the Western kingdoms and especially the Hebrion Empire because they monopolize the shadow worlds and their overall hold over the current world. They may be put under one umbrella term, but they all have their own ways of fighting against the Empire, with there being four main leaders who are differentiated by their mask. So we have Skull Mask, Crow Mask, Period Mask, and Feather Mask. This story develops through Desir Herrman training his allies extensively and his establishment of a party for clearing the shadow worlds. We see the characters develop their abilities, the academy improve their overall condition and relationship between nobles and commoners, and the overall improvement of the world's condition against the encroachment fog. The world develops through the completion of the shadow worlds and the conflict with the Outers as Desir and his allies fight to prevent the events of the future. The story takes a major turn deep into the chapters and will leave you in disbelief, but I won't spoil that for you. Read it and find out. This manhwa is very engaging to read, as I felt myself getting immersed into the characters, including the villains, develop and deal with one another. The characters all have unique powers, there are different elements, and the villains have their own reasons for fighting back, even if there are extremists. I enjoy this story fully, but the last arc of the story did feel a bit rushed, and I didn't like how it was handled. But even with the last chapters not being as good as the previous chapters, the story is still worth your time, I promise. We're at the end of the video, and I'd like to thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy reading this one as much as I have. If you have any suggestions yourself, please put them in the comments, and I'll give them a read if I haven't already. Thank you once again, and safe travels.